Good evening. Thargomindah residents in Queensland's southwest were forced to take refuge at the airport overnight as a torrent of floodwater tore through the community. Stock losses across the Outback are catastrophic, with early estimates more than 140,000 livestock have died. That number is expected to rise. We begin our coverage tonight with Lavelle, who joins us now from Lavelle in Western Queensland. Laura, some Thargomindah residents have been evacuated to nearby towns.
That's right, Talissa. Some of those residents made the tough decision today to leave. And we spoke with several people who've been evacuated from Thargomindah, arriving here in Lavelle this afternoon. Many who got out were only able to get away with the clothes on their backs and a small bag after having watched most of what they own wash away. Now, for those who are still in Thargomindah this evening, they'll be spending their second or even their third nights at evacuation centres with little indication of when they'll be able to go home. As we go to air tonight, the river at Thargomindah is still rising. It is expected to peak tomorrow at nearly 8 metres high. But with more rain forecast for the region over the next few days, it could make the situation here in the Outback even worse. Thargomindah from above. An ocean now engulfing the entire town. On the ground, the devastation even clearer.
Some of the debris coming down, that's from our shed, which is about a kilometre away. Oh man, unbelievable.
The makeshift levee that locals spent days erecting, no match for the wave of water that came down the river.
So I'm in the main street of Thargomindah. This is our town hall here. It's got water through it.
The entire town was evacuated to the airport overnight.
The whole town was put up into the depot, and because of the levee scare that water was rushing in and we all had to evacuate, we moved from there to the local airport.
Some chose to flee to nearby Lavelle, many shaken after losing all of their possessions.
They lost everything in the house. Yeah, they've lost everything. We were still standing up in the same clothes that we stand up in 3 days ago.
Remarkable stories of survival are emerging from the disaster zone. A 29-year-old man was rescued by a local couple stranded for 2 days in the Outback after his car was bogged.
There was the word help written in the mud on the road with some arrows pointing to where the missing person was. He's just found some rubbish in the bush and scrub, and he's made himself a makeshift shelter to try and keep the sun and rain off him, I guess.
After a 60-kilometre trek and severe dehydration, he's now in hospital and stable. The rescue's also extending to Man's best friend. This dog reunited with its owners after they were evacuated from their home. Other animals needed help.
I've got 2 cats back at home and the water's too high to go and feed them, so I'm hoping I can get them out.
It's heartbreaking. See people you see every day and then they're shook. They don't know how to go from here.
Shaken but supported by the entire region.
It's one of the most amazing communities. Like everyone just, came together as one. And it's so good to see because you don't really see that these days.
Lavelle, ABC News, Lavelle.